Hello, my name is GregTech, and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. I am just crafting up something, and I realized I actually have a processing factory over here for what I wanted to do. So I don't actually need that. I do need... Oh, no, I don't. This is set up. I think we did this for a mixer or something, didn't we? I don't remember what... We set that up before. Yeah. But I need it set up for a autoclave. So I'm gonna do that. That's that. I am setting this up because I need the UEV. I need a UEV autoclave for these stars, and I don't have that set up. So what I'm gonna do is set up this autoclave and make some of these stars. And the reason I need these is because I need them for the components. And the reason I need the components is because I want to craft up... I want to fix the power in our crafting area. And to do that, I need the lasers, but the lasers require these components now because I switched them over. So with like the laser, I'm not going to go that way, UHV. I think I'm going to do these. So I need the sensors, but I need those to craft that, and I don't have that set up. But I'm fixing it so we can craft it up. So this is just temporary. All right. Input bus, input hatch, fucking bus. All right. I totally forgot I had set that up. And I think we'll do interface, do a dual, and I'm actually going to do this like we did on the precise assembler. And maybe I will switch some of these. Like the autoclave can probably be switched over to doing a little subnet like this. This is definitely much easier than what I was doing with the buffers and stuff. So we'll do that. Storage bus, fluid storage bus. And then here. So I'll do that. Actually need 2. And then you need a small one. Otherwise, it thinks it's on the same network. Pretty sure we have plenty of channels. I'm going to redo my network one day. Keep saying that, but it is definitely something I want to do. I was running out of these. They get used in crafting up the regular cables. So we'll do that. I like having the glass so I can tell there is no channels going that way. I'll take a second. Yeah, so I can like look at that and I can easily see like, oh, it's not a smart cable. It doesn't have any channels. This makes it easier for me to this. Also, I don't really like having it do that, but it is what it is. I feel like that's gonna bug me. I know it's gonna bug me. We'll do it on this side so they don't connect. I don't know. I'm weird. This is totally temporary as well. All right. I much prefer that. I don't know. I don't like when they go in like a circle. Okay. So, yeah. Pretty simple subnet to go in there. And then we'll do the recipe. And then when I finally upgrade that other... my processing area, platform, room, building, whatever you want to call it, we'll move this over. So I think that will work. Could be wrong though. Infinity, or what are they called? Nuclear star. Start star. They do require 2 ingots, infinity ingots, so it's not like the cheapest in the world, but, you know, not too bad. Although, when you start adding them up, you need 24, 12, 24. They do get, oh, that's a lot of, that is a lot of infinity, holy cow. We're not quite there yet. Now that I'm looking at this, I kind of did it a bit awkward. Is this... oh, that's connected right there. Alright. I should have switched it so I could connect that to the main network. But trying to get like the main network back here, I was gonna have to like move a whole bunch of stuff. Alright. There we go. I probably need to switch this to autoclave, and I don't know... I can never remember which one is which. I always have to look in here. Alright. So, autoclave... the other thing is, like, fluid. The autoclave uses fluid, but it's not fluid. It's under miscellaneous. For autoclave, use number 21. Do we have... I guess I could just use this one. Miscellaneous. Alright, so that should be on autoclave. 21. Right? I might need to not have separation on or something like that. Right? Molten Infinity, UEV, 16 gravity stars. Why don't you want to work? Oh! Wait, isn't that... that's 2 UH... shouldn't that be... that should be enough, shouldn't it? 4 amps of UHV. Alright, be right back. Well, I just did a big derp. I hit void excess and it turned on. I'm like, oh, it's working. And then I realized it was a stocking input bus. And the reason it wasn't working is because it had no output bus. So it's like, oh, we have nowhere to put this item. We're not going to void it, because these don't run if there is nowhere to put it. And then I went ahead and just voided it. So, should we try that again? I already forgot what it's called. Star. Neutron? Nuclear. Try that again. Alright. But there are those that should be the nuclear star done there. I think we're good now. So, laser 256, I think I'm going to do. I know it's probably crazy that we're not using the smaller ones, but yes. All right. So this is going to have to craft up 48 infinity ingots to craft up 24 nuclear stars, but that is crafting up 64 sensors. So I only need like, don't we only need like the one? Yeah, so this isn't like an everyday. We're not doing this all the time, every time we need to craft up a laser hatch. Just need to... Did it work? Didn't work. Why didn't it work? Is that not... No. Probably helps if I connect it. There we go. All right. So derping a little bit there, but there we go. We got our nuclear stars. Keep forgetting what the heck they're called. All right. So we'll do that. And get this. So we need, I don't know, 3 target, 3 source, I'm thinking. Target. Source. This will take a hot minute to craft up, because you need 192 wetware mainframes. But it is what it is. Okay, so with this, like I said, I'm going to upgrade our processing area. Because these are always a pain. So instead of doing, like I said the last episode, instead of bringing the power in from the main network, what we're going to do is bring in a laser. And I'm going to have to rearrange some of these cabling. However I decide to do this. I may do... Let's see. Laser. I may come in here. I usually go up higher. But yeah, maybe I'll do this. And then we'll output the target or the source laser there. And then we'll bring it in. Maybe to like here. I love listening to the bass work. So I'm thinking that will be the target. I don't love that because I usually place the transformers in the same place every time. And they have to go in the center. Oh well. If that's the laser, we'll do that. Yeah, I usually just try to place these always facing the same way. But I can't if we bring the laser in there. Yeah, I'll work on this and we'll see. So, input laser, output laser, and then this. And then as we need to upgrade, it's going to make it easier to upgrade our machines because we have the transformer right there. So maybe this will be an input or a transformer. All right. Yeah, and then I'll branch off into the things. It's kind of what I'm thinking. It's good to practice on this one because this is how I've done all the different bases. The cabling's up at the top, like the top layer of this, and then the A cables are in the second layer. So figuring out how I'm going to... The only problem with this that I don't like is that I can't walk underneath it. Like if I'm running around the base, I think that's going to bug me. So I may go off this side instead. I don't usually... I don't know, for some reason I like having it in the center. So it's a bit... I mean, it doesn't matter. All this multi-block does is connect the different hatches or whatever, so they all fill up. That's all this does. So you can do whichever one you want. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe that would be better. See, and then if I want to run around, I can get under. Yeah, we'll do that, I think. The other option would be to move these. Alright, so this is kind of what I have come up with. I did just end up moving the stuff. I figured that was probably the easiest. It's not quite usually how I do the cabling, but I don't think it doesn't matter in the slightest. It's just a look. So got that coming in to the 256, and that's both of them. And I've kind of done a little bit of funny wiring here because I needed to get all the things running again. But now I think I have everything we need. So I'm going to do 2 of those per thing. And I'm going to have to turn this off. I am going to lose some crafts from stuff that's automatically, like there's a smelter and stuff, but I need to rewire all this stuff. I also made a whole bunch of UHV energy hatches, so I'm pretty much just going to upgrade every single one of these, I think. So just all this is going to be broken down. Could probably actually... We'll do one on this side, one on this side. And this is actually going to be... I can actually just leave that on. There's some stuff running. I think that's on regular power. But I'm definitely going to have some lost recipes here while this stuff is turned off, because I just don't feel like figuring out which machine auto runs. And yeah, so basically just going to upgrade all these to UEV. And then we're going to work on... I think what I'm going to work on next is getting these up and running, because we're starting to get to the point where we're getting recipes that need the next tier up. For example, quantum ingots is kind of like another big thing, and all these processing... Okay, maybe not that recipe, but yeah. So if I need to make quantum plates, it's a UEV recipe. Also, I just noticed that was like 17 seconds. But we do need these. I can't remember what exactly we needed them for, but I definitely need quantum recipes. Was it quantum dust? It might have been like quantum dust for something. Anyway. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll just go and start replacing all these with UHV and upgrading everything. I think that will be okay for now. I've gone ahead and upgraded everything. I may actually throw a third one, because these superconductor wires can handle 48 amps, so 3 16 amp dynamos. So I may actually throw another one over here and use that to power some, maybe like a few more. Because I think this is 24 amps in total. That is if like absolutely everything is running at full blast. I think this can pull 24 amps. There's 7, 14, 28 amps actually. Because there's 7 multi-blocks. And each energy hatch is going to pull 2. So 14 energy hatches times 2 is 28 amps, yeah. So I could add a few more if I add a third one. Alright, so yeah, maybe I'll do that. Turn that off, and I don't know, maybe like right here or something. Now, the only problem with having unpainted wires is you really got to be careful when you're placing other unpainted wires down, because they can connect, but we really haven't had an issue with that. Alright, so yeah, some of these are turned off. I was messing with all the energy hatches. Should be good though. Alright, yeah, so we are up to UEV power. I don't love our mixer setup. It's gotten like pretty crazy. And we do have some conflicting recipes, unfortunately. I have pulled some out, namely the stainless steel. I think that was a big issue. It seemed like whenever I was doing red alloy and stainless steel is when I was running into an issue. So yeah, the less things that are throwing conflicting recipes in there, I can always throw some more in there. But the one problem with this main mixer is that it doesn't deal with items and fluid crafting, which we are going to need for the next superconductor. I think it's fun, yeah. So this requires iron plasma and the items in a UEV. And the problem with that is a lot of those have different numbers as well. So I'm like, I could dump that into one input hatch, but the problem is, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is this is my setup right now. And I was actually thinking it would probably be much easier if we did a subnet instead of a buffer and conduits. But like, there's a 2 there, there's a 17 there, 9, 4. So like, I could maybe put multiple circuits in one. I just don't know if that would cause an issue. I really would prefer to have both of those, like in my processing area. But trying to do this all in one mixer is kind of crazy as well. Alright. But I think we got that first group up. I need to do the second group. We do have 18 energy hatches, so I could probably... What did I say? 28 amps? So if I add... I have room for 20. So 5 more multi-blocks, basically. And that's if they run at full Ooh, I'm gonna have to redo that if I want to put both. That's if I want to run them at UEV, but I'm like, does every single one of these need to, like, I don't know if every one of these, single one of these actually needs to be upgraded to UEV. Like, the smelter is usually, it's just like furnace recipes. Alright, but I would like to get, let me set up, let me figure out how I want to do. Also, I was thinking, like, I could probably switch these to, like, a subnet with, storage bus. Yeah, storage bus and a fluid storage bus is kind of what I was thinking. Instead of doing it this way, but it's kind of one of those, it's there. Why mess with it? So if I decided I wanted to do... I don't know how many more input buses we can actually get on this thing as well. I did... Just thinking, I'm like, how can I split this up? Can't really put it on there. Man, I can't wait till we get the stocking buses with the hatches together kind of craziness. That's going to be so cool. Maybe I'll just do... Right, I actually don't know if I can even put 2 more hatches. Let me just see. Input bus, input hatch. It doesn't, I guess it doesn't technically need to be on this multi-block, but this is like, if I keep upgrading it, it's kind of annoying having to have 2 separate ones. But I think this one is too, we're a little too crazy over here. Let me just see if 2 more work, or do we need... Oh, it actually does. Alright. I could... You know what? Let's try something. We'll do that, we'll do that. I want a... Ooh, do I have a super bus? Or do I have to craft one up? I might need the mixer to craft this up. Oh no, I have everything, it looks like. Very cool. I was worried I would need the thing. So, quad input hatch. This is gonna be... Don't really want it in the aisle, but I don't know, we'll see. Super bus. Alright, so that should form, yeah. Then we'll do our fluid storage bus. And storage. Yeah, I should have crafted up more than one. I should have done 100. But I'm really bad about doing that. Alright, so it sounds like stuff is working. That is a... Now that I'm thinking about it, that is... Oh, yeah. Some of these might have turned off when I was messing with the power. Yep. Hammer, probably. Oh, no. That did. That didn't. Yeah, that hammer goes a lot. I really should just... This should only be crafting. Active crafting recipes. I shouldn't really have passive stuff going on here. Passive stuff should be over in my little item platform, which is what I call that. Like if I'm like this kind of thing, which that is probably why the hammer turned off. That should be like over there in its own separate area. All right. What was I doing? Storage. All right. Yeah, I'm like, let me just do like a lot of those. So storage, fluid storage. I need another dual interface. This might take a second because I've crafted all that stuff up. Alright, let me get this. Let me get the compact fusion reactor hooked up too, because I think we weren't supplying it with... I actually don't know if we were supplying it with enough power, or did it just run out of helium? And that's why I turned off. I actually don't know. It looked like it wasn't getting enough power, though. Okay, I think I got this set up. There's the output hatch. I'm probably going to drop this underneath when I get this all sorted, but I just kind of wanted to have it up here so I could see it. And then that, and then the two fluid storage buses on there. I could, if I really wanted to, I probably could put a thing just so it doesn't... Just so it doesn't, like when it's doing the recipes, I don't know if that is even necessary. I just don't want it to like empty out and then like put the like switch it and somehow it turns off. I don't know. Probably just being like overly cautious. What was it? Iron plasma, right? That. Otherwise it won't. Oh, that was magnesium plasma? No, I had the wrong thing. I was like, what is this? Right, molten magnesium. I think I did the wrong one on that side too. Making this more complicated than it needs to be. There. Molten raw silicon. Molten magnesium. And I still don't know if this was getting enough. I thought these would have pulled enough, but I'm wondering if it's... I wonder if it's just not working. Is it? We should be able to get 32 amps of UHV out of here. This is a ZPM target hatch, which should be supplying enough power. Yeah, 134 million. So 32 amps of UHV would be, what, 64 million? So we should be getting enough power in that. And then the 32 amps, but it really felt like it wasn't drawing enough. Also, I need to move those. Also, I ran out of mincemeat. So, I don't know if I mentioned, I got another B for mincemeat. I'm doing the big bad one. Because that gets raw chicken and raw beef. I'm just voiding these two and then just turning all that stuff into mincemeat. So, iron plasma. I feel like having a bigger number avoids getting like it just putting like one amount in there and then flickering on and off. So it has to put more in. But this does go through it. I'm even thinking about it, this does craft this like really fast. I may need to get recipes for the other two things. Yeah, I was like, actually, now I'm thinking about it, I don't think I have recipes for those two. Alright, I thought I was ready. But I think we are. That's museum. Probably could have done this an easier way. That. Magnesium of the ingots. I think we're running out of room. I need to throw some pattern things on that as well. I should have. Alright, extractor. I'm just gonna borrow this for a second. Alright, iron plasma. We're good. Let me get over here, because I do want to actually see it work before I turn it on. Actually, we could just... Okay, so it's disabled. Forgot that one actually has that thing in it. Iron plasma. Sure, 128,000. Alright, so that should be good there. That'll just take a second to smelt up. I just want to make sure everything goes in where it's supposed to. I think the magnesium, I think that is turned off. I think. Right. I thought I got everything back on, but apparently I missed one. I'll finish doing those. Alright, so... Okay, so this should have put them in there. It does look like it worked. Yes. So both of those are in there. We're full. Alright, no, we are getting power. But I think it's already done. Oh, no, it's not. It's just... It's 1 second. 1 second doing... I don't know, what, 9,000-ish at a time? Alright, so there we go. There is that, and then we'll do the same on our mixer over here. Wish it wasn't on the side, but it is what it is. I think I have room. No. That would go there. Those, and this would go on top. Alright. I think we have made decent progress, though. I'm going to finish doing the things over here. The multi-blocks, upgrading them all to either UHV or UEV. I was just thinking, I'm like, maybe you don't need to go to UEV, because I want to get the next energy hatches, so I'm going to be upgrading them again. But maybe not right away. You know what? I am running late on this episode, but you know what? Let's try this. Might be a little bit of a longer recipe or episode. UEV. Oh, it's up here. So that. And then maybe I can switch over those recipes. Yeah, maybe I'll switch over those recipes. And just put extra... Oh, I need to make recipes for... Alright, next episode. We'll see if this works to start out, and then we'll go from there. Maybe we'll get UEV energy hatches next episode. Anyway, that's going to be for today. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.